Hello, good afternoon, and welcome to the Villa Park podcast. It's me, Rich, and I'm back with another watch along, this time in the Premier League for Aston Villa versus Fulham, kicking off at 2 p.m. Make sure you hit that like button, make sure you hit that subscribe button as well. Help us continue on the road to 10,000 subscribers. We got a great reception from the last watch along we did on Thursday. We actually got a victory as well, which was good. So I thought, why not continue the good luck vibes and do another watch along today? And we're going to bring more on the channel as we go through. We're going to get into it. We'll do a little preview before the game. We're about 9 minutes before kickoff. So we'll go through both lineups and discuss that. Get your comments and your thoughts on the lineups. Get your match score predictions in. I'm going to give my score prediction as well. And we will obviously provide some commentary on the game. And yeah, keep your comments flowing through. Let me just get my background sorted out so we can see the images that we've got for the game. I've been doing a little bit of work on it. Hopefully we're getting a bit better with regards to our images on the screen. Let me just get the background correct. See how we're looking there. We should be looking okay on that with regards to the Villa Fulham setup. Yeah, we're as good as we're going to get on that, I think. Let's see who's in the comments. Good afternoon to you, David. Good afternoon, Michelle and Aaron. Yes, let's see who he has got in his team, because Rodgers is again in the team. Let's get the lineups on the screen. Let me just see this. No, we need full screen. Sorry. Yeah. Just got a little bit of a white background, but we're all right with that. Let's get the starting lineups onto the screen. So Villa are starting with Martinez in goal. So he's back after, I think it was a soft muscle injury. I don't know about that, to be fair. Cash, Konsa, Mings, Luka Dean, John McGinn, Lamar Bogard, Evan Gesson, and Harvey Elliott this time in the starting lineup. Morgan Rodgers and Ollie Watkins completing the starting lineup. On the bench, Boubacar Kamara, interesting one. Pau Torres, who played so well on Thursday, on the bench. Maybe it's to do with Mings and his physical presence. Amy Buendia on the bench as well, and obviously as well Daniel Marlon. So the bench looks pretty strong, but seems like a strange setup with the team. With, I don't know, what do you guys think about Rodgers? Do you think he's trying to play him into fitness? Do you think he's trying to play him just because he can't drop him? What do you think it is? Do you think that him and Harvey Elliott will link up well together? Is he hoping to see that link up? Jadon Sancho obviously on the bench as well, which is a bit of a he looked good, but maybe he's looking for him to make an impact off the bench. Maybe he's still looking for fitness. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts, because it seems a bit of a strange one with regards to Harvey Elliott and Morgan Rodgers in particular. I'm so glad to see Elliott in the team, because I was gutted that he didn't come on against Bologna, because I thought that would have been an ideal opportunity. But now he gets his chance. Emi Buendia looked pretty sharp on Thursday. So is that something for him to kind of get his teeth into, come on and make an impact? Now is he starting to get some competition in the team? The Fulham side, Leno in goal, Castagna, Anderson, Bassi and Sessegnon, Sanderberg, Lukic, Wilson, who always plays well against Villa, King, who seems to be a really highly rated younger player, Iwobi, who's been really good this season, and Raul Jimenez. So they've got some interesting players. Looks like they'll maybe play a bit of a 4-5-1. And they've got Smith Rowe on the bench, Adama, Traore on the bench. They've got Chukwueze on the bench, Kevin on the bench. No Muniz, is he injured? That's a good one for Villa, that he might be injured. So yeah, interesting to see what happens there. Yes, Gesson not the best. Hopefully, I might be tipping in for a goal, you know, Aaron, today. I just want the Villa players to shoot and be ready to shoot rather than hesitate. I felt like on Thursday they were hesitating too much before they had the shot. So that's what I want. Jay, playing Rodgers into form, yeah, and it is a bit worrying. Gorton in the chat as well, getting very concerned about Emery's lineup and tactics. Let's see how they go. I mean, maybe he's getting a bit of competition in the side, and hoping that some people come through. But yeah, teams are coming out for me. Obviously, I'm slightly behind you guys, so if you want to sync up, I'll tell you where I am when the game starts. I'm not sure what's going on with my camera, but it seems a bit in and out with the brightness. So I'll try and fix that in the second half. But got the ticker at the bottom, and we'll get going. Rich, team selection is, in all honesty, is shocking. Unai has too much unchallenged power. Well, we know what happened on Thursday, Rich. We had a good start, and we were bemoaning the starting lineup, and then we started to play quite well. So we'll see what happens. We'll reserve judgment for now. Let's reserve judgment for now on that, and we'll see, because I'm glad of a couple of the players, and we know what happened. We played Palace, and he put out the team that pretty much everyone wanted to see, and they didn't perform. So hopefully, let's see if we get a difference here. Do you know what? I'm more what's the situation with Kamara? Has anyone heard about why Bogart's playing and not Kamara? Has anyone understood? Is anyone understanding the situation there? Because that seems a bit of a puzzling one to me, and I'd be interested to know what people, if there's been any reports of Kamara maybe carrying a knock, because he was our best player one of our best players on Thursday, which is a bit of a concern. So that's an interesting one for me to try and find out about. Teams are getting announced here. I will need to exit full screen mode for a second while I start the timer once the game kicks off. And then we will get back moving. So I will unshare my screen for a second. So as I say, the Fulham team: Leno, Castagna, Anderson, Bassi, Sessegnon, Lukic, Berger, Wilson, King, Iwobi, and Jimenez. So a bit of a 4-2-3-1 for Fulham. There's Morgan Rogers. We're hoping for a big game for him. Obviously, there's been a few comments about the supporters sarcastically cheering a pass that went to one of his own players, which I don't know. Are we making it a bit too much of that, saying it's a disgrace? I mean, if you can't pass it to one of his own players, I don't see why he shouldn't get criticised for it, if I'm being honest. But we want to support him today. I'm sure we'll get a good reception, and let's hope that he takes that on board, because, you know, if fans aren't happy with performances, they will make their feelings known. So the players just have to accept it and take responsibility and start putting performances in my opinion. Can't be feeling sorry for yourselves. Absolutely not. So we've got Marco Silva getting pictured there. I'll probably be a minute. Yeah, I don't know what it is with the camera, Michael. I'll try and sort it out for the second half. But it was fine earlier. Now it's just a bit off. Let me just get sorted here. Now I'm totally frozen. Right, kick off. All right, let's share the screen. We'll get it sorted in a second. Okay. Morgan Rogers on the ball on the half turn. What's going on with this? Sorry, just getting the camera sorted. Just having a few camera issues, just bear with me. Oh, and it's a goal. What is going on? Raul Jimenez. Shocking. Oh, I'm gonna have to sort my camera out. Just right, we're back. We are back. I don't know what was going on with my camera there. I can't help the slight pulsing in the background. I'm just gonna have to cope with that at the minute. And let me just share my screen for the score on the bottom. There's a VAR check at this moment in time for a possible foul. I don't know if I saw that as such. Berger pushing into McGinn, pushing him out of the way. Maybe he's going to give a foul there. I don't know if he is. But not a good start at all. We're looking at 6s and 7s at the back. Push from Berg. Is that really stopped the flow? I think it's very lucky if that gets given. No, it's a goal. 1-0 Fulham. What a shocking start. Shocking start. I mean, what is going on? Absolutely disgraceful. And yeah, we are 1-0 down already. Fulham on the attack again. Ball drop back from Wilson, out from Berg, out wide. Now they're just playing it across the halfway line. Let me know what the atmosphere is like in the stadium. Obviously, I haven't got the volume on. But Villa off to the worst possible start. Set piece. Again, what is Aston McPhee? What is Aston McPhee set up to do? Guys, I'm on 5:20:28. So if you are ahead of me, please don't put any spoilers in. Elliott on the ball now, trying to look for a pass. Plays it back to Mings now. Are we going to just end up moving the ball really slow? Crowd's quiet, says Rich. Mings plays it in, but it's picked up by Elliott. Watkins holds it up, plays to Gesson now. Gesson tries to put it in first time. It's cleared by Fulham. McGinn trying to pick up the loose ball and falls to Ezri Konsa now. Lamar Bogard plays it into Rodgers, who lays it off to Mings. And once again, there's not much movement. And this is literally the worst possible outcome for Aston Villa right now, because now Fulham can just sit back. They know they've got players who can run at speed on the break, and they can just stop us because they know our movement isn't very good. Bogard now trying to take the ball forward, lays it into Luca Dean. Luca Dean into Morgan Rodgers. He gets a nice turn, plays it into Watkins, lays it off. Rodgers out wide to Gesson, and it's out of play. Too much on it. Too much on it. Just poor. Fulham with a throw-in deep in their half. I so wanted to be positive right now. We just need something. Cash wins the header. And again, brings it down. Plays it into McGinn now. Come on, some invention. McGinn gets the ball taken off him, but picked up by Tyrone Mings. Too slow again. Mings is trying to calm it down. Villa players trying to tell him to hurry up, but someone's gone down. Fulham player's injured at the moment. Let's get into the comments. Can I criticise the team now, Rich? Of course you can, mate. Mezaverd, wow, we are absolutely shocking. I hope Kamara hasn't fell out with Emery. I don't know. Hopefully he's just... Well, I don't know. Hopefully it's a knock, but I don't know why he's not playing. Rodgers giving the ball away. Imagine my shock. Is it realistic to mention the R word? Can you name 3 teams worse than us? Well, look, mate, I was saying it the other week. If we don't win these next 2 games, Fulham, as in today and next week against Burnley, you've got to be talking relegation battle. You've got to be talking that until we put wins together and wins on the board, we are in trouble. We are in trouble. Big, big trouble. Just not happening, Rich. Think I'll blame Watkins and Rodgers. Yeah. We might as well, mate. We might as well. It is not good at the moment. Andy, Unai out. Well, you have been a big critic of late, mate. So look, fair play. Fair play. What is happening? I don't know, mate. Honestly, Tommy, I do not know. I've known Bogard was since he arrived. His stupid face after conceding the goal after goal after goal pisses me off. It's early, lads, says Jay. Keep the faith. Yeah, I get you, mate. I get you. It's just so the basics are not being done. That's the problem. The basics are not being followed. We could be in a stroke of luck here. Not that we want it, but it looks like Jimenez can't carry on. While I'm here, guys, we've got over 50 in the chat, nearly 60 of you. Please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button as well if you're new to the channel. Help us continue to grow on the road to 10,000 subscribers. We had over 200 in the chat on Thursday, which was absolutely incredible. So I want to thank you all for your support, but let's keep growing. Let's keep growing the channel. I'll try and bring comments, try and bring commentary, and get your thoughts as well. I went 20 minutes at a time after the half, yeah. Pietro and Winter players, if after 10 games we're still playing like this and no wins, then yes, it's very concerning, and yes, it is a relegation battle. Villa's problems, to me, has to do with the lack of width. What's the latest on Sancho's fitness? Well, he's on the bench. He's on the bench, so I am pretty sure he'll be brought on. I'm pretty sure. Awful start, no energy whatsoever. This is part of the problem, mate. It just doesn't look like we want to go after teams. It doesn't look like we want to put all our effort in. It doesn't look like we look any sort of confidence. It is just so poor at the moment. We've got to, I mean, look, Mings has qualities. Mings has, oh, here's Rodgers. Here's Rodgers on the ball. Plays it through to Digne. Digne, did he get the free kick? No, goes out for a goal kick. Rodgers, they're trying to play it onto Digne, but does Digne have the pace there? Maybe not. Yes, thanks, Tommy. Always happy to find a decent Villa watch-along channel. Now just need a few wins. Of course, mate. Of course we do. Adama Traore has just come on for Fulham. So he will obviously provide some pace. Whether he'll provide the full quality is another matter. Fulham now trying to break. That's a great turn by King. Just gets away from Bogard so easily. Bogard's trying to run after him. Constantly trying to hold him up. He has the shot and it's... He took the shot quick there. Martinez did well to get down to it. Now McGinn's trying to get away. Plays the ball out to Luca Digne. Luca Digne now goes backwards as normal. And then Villa are going to play it across the back. Bogard is struggling. Struggling at the minute. Oh, I'm sure we'll have some blue noses in here. McGinn there getting crowded out. We need more movement, lads. Look. We can't have Concert and Mings just constantly on the ball all the time. We need movement. It's not good enough. I don't know if Gesson's actually touched the ball yet. Luca Digne's got a bit of space now. Plays it into Rodgers. Rodgers with a poor touch, but it ends up falling for Elliott. He's got space. Is he going to shoot? No, he tries to play in Ollie Watkins. Should have had a shot really. Now Cash has got it down the right-hand side. Leaves it to Gesson. Gesson into Elliott. Elliott to Cash. Cash treks back onto his left. Puts the ball in, but it's easy for the goalkeeper. 12 and a half. Coming up to 13 minutes gone. No shots for Villa yet at all. A couple of maybe promising openings. Good pressure from Elliott there. And Fulham let the ball go out, but Villa have kept them in there. So can we pick up this second ball and get on the attack? I'll start some of the comments that we get just for half time. So stay in for half time as well. Bogard wins the header. Elliott now heads it back to Mings. Mings with the first time pass, trying to look for Gesson, but he's on his heels. Iwobi now wins. Adama Traore wins the ball and Fulham can clear it long. Is he offside here? He looks like Wilson's free. And a good tackle by Concert and it goes wide. But I don't know whether Wilson was offside or not. Can't see yet. So it was a long, hopeful clearance. Oh, I think he was onside, you know. That is poor marking. And he puts it wide. We are at 6s and 7s right now. Absolutely at 6s and 7s. I think that was close. I don't know whether it was given offside. Cash now down the line for Gesson, but Sessegnon puts it out for a throw-in. Oh, man, this is poor, isn't it, guys? Conser now standing on the ball, plays it to Elliott, who plays it back. McGinn plays it back to Tyrone Mings. Mings goes out wide to Luca Digne. Bit of space, but he goes back again. And he plays a terrible pass to Mings, who has to run back into his own half to retrieve it. Once again, no movement. Once again, too easy to play against. Cash now into Gesson, who plays a nice little ball into Cash. Cash now checks inside, plays it back out to Gesson, but it's a poor pass. Can Gesson get the cross in and we get a corner? Some decent play down the right-hand side there, but just the last pass from Matty Cash just didn't fall into Gesson's path. But he managed to get a corner. Can we get something from this? Right, McGinn's going to take it. I can't see, again, too much movement. Looks like Connor's making a run to near post. Cross comes in. It goes all the way to the back. Elliott puts it back across and it deflects off Sessegnon and out for a corner. I don't know if that was going in or if it was going to head just across the box, but decent connection. Putting a bit of pressure on the Fulham defence now. Another corner from the other side. McGinn again is going to take it this time. It'll probably be an outswinger. Elliott's on the edge of the box. Brings it down. And there's a free kick. I believe it was Morgan Rogers with the foul. God, you've got to know any sort of contact in the box. Anything where you're going to attempt to push or pull. It's going to get given. King has started really sharp. This is the thing. How come teams like Fulham can bring an 18-year-old into the fray and he plays so well coming into the first team? Why isn't it Villa can't do that? Oh, we just missed a. They just cut off to a really good opportunity for Villa. I think it was John McGinn. I need to see the replay to this. Fulham trying to play it out from the back. Sessegnon plays it back to Bassi, and McGinn nips in. Oh, tries to curl it in with his left foot. Misses the target. Doesn't get his foot around it. And it goes wide. Oh, he's got to score. Got to score. But yeah, why can't we play it fine? Why can't we have... Surely we've got a young lad in the under-18s, under-21s who's doing really well. Fulham now on the attack. Villa pick it up though. Guess on now. Can he get away? It's got to be a foul. Does really well. Going up the right-hand side. His players are hanging off him. He's got to give a free kick at some point, ref. Right, Cash now with the throw-in. Villa have started... more lively. Mainly coming from Elliott and right, we're back. I don't know what is going on with my computer at the minute. The internet is playing up something rotten today. It was absolutely fine earlier, fine the other day, but at the minute it is not behaving as it should be. But we're still here, and there's nothing been happening so far. Let's get the screen back up. And there's a few Coventry fans in the chat as well. Thank you for joining us. Cash now does well, turns and keeps the ball. This ball's on the halfway line at the minute. Can we get some movement? Now we've got Elliott on the turn. Just loses out, but gets the free kick off King. I wish, Gary. I wish, mate. I wish we'd scored 3 goals. Ball out to Luca Dean now. Tries to play it into Morgan Rogers, but it was telegraphed, and now Fulham might get on the break. Castagna does well on the right-hand side, and Luca Dean fouls, but a play on. This time it's Traore running through, plays it into King, who is free, and he falls over. Was that a dive? Yes, looks like the referee's going to give him a booking. That was a strange decision by the young lad. Very strange decision. Traore there running through. Plays a perfectly timed pass to King. He's onside. Looks like he's going to potentially take it around the keeper, but just touches to the outside with the outside foot and then just jumps over Martinez. Just very strange. Yeah, it looked like he initiated the contact. Don't send him off, ref. Yeah, definitely. Please don't. Richard, we haven't had a shot on target yet. McGinn blazed it wide when he should have scored. But we have Bogard is chasing shadows, as 97 Davies says. Yeah, it's poor. He can't get used to pace this game. If someone can let me know in the chat what's up with Kamara, because I don't know how he's not playing. Rogers loses the ball and then stamps on the player. King now running through, and he's absolutely roasted. Konsa and Cash looking really dangerous. Cuts inside, still got the ball, has a shot, and it's deflected wide. They're claiming handball. Could there be a penalty here? Cash wasn't facing the ball, but his hand was up by his head, which is it an unnatural position here? It was his trailing hand that was behind him as he's sliding. Now, could that be deemed an unnatural position? That is the thing. I don't know if he had any idea. No, it's been waved away. It's going to be a corner. Yeah, it's going to be a corner. But Fulham looks so dangerous on the break. We just look all over the place. Ball corner in, and it's headed away by Mings for another corner to Fulham. I can sense that the Villa crowd will be absolutely tense at the minute. Extremely tense, because every time Fulham go forward, every time King or Traore get the ball, they look extremely dangerous here. Short corner this time to King. He crosses it in, and Morgan Rogers heads it clear. Fulham pick up the second ball, and Villa, McGinn fouls Joachim Anderson, and now they have a free kick in a very dangerous area. Oh, we just cannot get going here. This is really poor. I don't know if that was a foul. Hey, Beaky Blinder. Good Lord, indeed. Good Lord, indeed. Peter, is it me who's excruciating, or is it the commentary that's excruciating? Please tell me it's the commentary. Please tell me. 25 minutes gone. Aston Villa 0, Fulham 1, and it is Fulham who have looked the most dangerous. Free kick comes in. Luca Dean clears it away well. Out for a throw in now to Fulham. This is just this is so poor. Like, someone tell me how many times Ollie Watkins has touched the ball? Can someone tell me how many times Evan Gesand has touched the ball? We've got players pointing at other players about where to be on the pitch and who to mark. Players just have no idea what they're doing right now. Long ball, crossfield ball from Fulham to Iwobi now. He's running on. No one's pressing. He puts the ball in the box, flick on, and it's offside. Thankfully. This is awful from Villa. Yes, Jay. Roderick, we'll come to that question. We'll come to that question at half time. Sancho on for Rodgers at half time. And Robert, we'll come to that question as well at half time, I think, as well, mate. Yeah, Unai needs to look at himself, not the players. Absolutely. Yes, the way Villa are playing is excruciating. I agree, Peter. It is so frustrating. This time, Rodgers now tries to latch onto a long ball, but can't. Bassi challenges from behind, and he looks like he's down injured, and the goalkeeper looks like he's got an injury as well. There is going to be quite a bit of stoppage time for this. So Martinez plays a long ball. Rodgers makes a good run, tries to bring it down, can't bring it down, and Bassi kind of barges into the back of him. And catches his heel. I think he'll be all right. Yeah, Kari to get completely outplayed each week and mentally lose before we started at Man U final day and FA Cup semi-final. What could Unai and Co be doing for 12 to 16 hours days that they work? I don't believe it. I mean, this is part of it as well, mate. It's like, how much is the message getting through to the players that are already been there for years? And if they're not listening to those messages, then what are the new players coming in, and how are they reacting to these messages? It seems like it's a complete mess. That's the problem. It seems like the message isn't getting through to the older players because they've heard it all before, and the younger players are coming in, and because those older players aren't listening to the messages, they're getting confused as to what they should be doing. It's not Chris. So it's a good job I'm doing these watch alarms, because we've had Robbie Savage on Thursday, and now it's Chris Sutton on Sky. I mean, if there's any motivation to turn off the commentary, it is those two co-commentators, possibly up there with the worst. Andy, absolutely, mate, and we call it as we see it. And you have to be objective about the situation. Like, lots of people are putting their hearts into it, and they're not looking at it with a head shot from Wilson. It's good block and into Martinez's hands. You've got to look at what in the performances is telling us that Villa are going to turn it around. We are living in hope. We obviously all hope that Villa will turn this around. That's why we're Villa supporters. But there's nothing in the performances. There's nothing in the chances that we're creating, the passing sequences, the moves of the players that is telling us that anything is going to turn around. And that's the problem. Even on Thursday, when there was potentially some shoots of recovery, as soon as that penalty was missed by Watkins, we shrunk into our shell and we could have given that game away. Conser now looking for someone to pass to, and he's got no one to pass to. He's pointing to Bogard to get into space. Now he plays it into Bogard. He's trying to drive it forward. He plays a nice ball out to Luca Dean. Now he's got space to cross it, but he was offside. Got to do it quicker. Oliver Glasner getting talked about in the chat. Mate, I think Palace are in good shape at the minute. It looks like there's going to be an early change. Pau Torres is going to come on. Is that for Tyrone Mings? Must be. That's got to be a free kick, yeah. Yeah, Mings is limping here. Yeah, looks like a bit of a groin. Good turn by Rodgers. Good play. Plays into Elliott now. Elliott trying to get away. Plays it into Gesson. It was in between. It's a poor ball from Gesson. Can he win it back? Now he's gone down like with an injury, but it was a good tackle. Get up. Good tackle from Bogard there. Elliott now with the ball. Lays it into... It's too tight in the midfield. You've got to go wide or play the through ball when the player makes the run. Right, ball out for a Villa throw in. Everyone's looking for someone else to make a move. You've got to do it yourself. Take responsibility. Mings is coming off for Pau Torres. It doesn't look like they're ready to make the substitution for whatever reason. Oh, here we go. It's just everyone is like waiting for someone to do something instead of just doing it themselves. Yeah, exactly, Gary. 2 wins and we would be fine, but it's not happening. And that's the point. It's not happening. Unless there is a massive, massive shake-up in this game, we are not going to win this game. Bogard picks up a foul. Even this point here where we're walking, why aren't we taking this quickly? Why aren't we getting on the move? Nearsighted. Remember, it's when the whole team is bad, you have to blame the manager. He's got to take blame. He's got to. And that's what myself and Josh have been saying. You can't just look at FFP, PSR, all this stuff. You have to look at what is happening on the pitch. Ball in, poor ball in from McGuinness, easily cleared. Now he's trying to rush back, plays it back to Emi Martinez. Fulham now pressing. Nice little ball into McGinn, who plays it out to Bogart. But again, why are you taking so long to pass the ball? Why run to the player and then pass? Just pass the ball. Rodgers there, nice touch. Now he can get running. Now he's moving. Now he's moving through the gears, and that's a blatant foul from Lukic, and it's got to be a yellow card. Got to be. That's what he needs to do. Yeah, bundled him over. Lee Hendry said today Unai is too obsessed with tactics. Potentially, but look, we've got to... Yes, Jim, I know, I appreciate you are a positive Villa fan, absolutely. And look, appreciate your comment. Disloyalty from Villa fans is horrendous. 3 years of European football, 4th and 6th finishes, but 5 bad games. You don't want him gone. I do absolutely do not want him replaced with Graham Potter. Absolutely not. Good, decent ball in there from Cash, but cleared. Now McGinn trying to put it back in. Again, cleared by Fulham. Can we pick up the second ball? Cash with the shot deflected. And is it going to be a corner? Or was someone offside? I think the point is that there has to be legitimate criticism of what is happening at the moment. Ollie Watkins has touched the ball twice in 35 minutes. Now, is that a team problem or is that an Ollie Watkins problem? Because he's not getting himself involved in the game enough. He needs to drop into position so he can pick up the ball. He needs to make himself available by making runs down the channels. If we're not moving for the ball, how are you expected to receive the ball? You're the striker. You're the target man. You've got to make yourself available for the ball. This is just so poor. And look, I don't think anyone wants Gone off again. Legitimate criticism is fair. Now Fulham are through again. Crossing from Sessegnon, played out by Pau Torres. I mean, they just on the break every time. Every time they go forward, they look so dangerous on the break. Played out from Cash. Wait, Watkins gets his third touch. Fulham pick it up now. Ball out to Bassi. Long ball. Over the top, comfortably into Emi Martinez, who rolls it out to Luca Dean. Can we get some tempo? What's the atmosphere like in the stadium, guys? Let me know what's going on. Oh, Watkins! Oh yes! Get in! His fourth touch of the ball, and he manages to put it in the net. Come on! Wow, that was absolutely out of nothing. Absolutely out of nothing. I don't know what happened now. I need to see the replay because there was other stuff going on, and I'm sure they were showing another replay. Ball goes out to Luca Dean, who spots a run by Watkins. That's what we talk about. Get play off the shoulder. A lovely long ball. The defender can't get the header on, and a looping finish into the net. And Villa are back on level terms. Lovely finish. That's instinctive finishes, where he doesn't have to think about anything. That is Ollie Watkins at his best. His fourth touch of the game, and it is one of the most important touches could be in Aston Villa's season this season. That's a poor goal to concede from Marco Silva and Fulham's perspective, but an excellent moment for Aston Villa. Now can they... Yeah, goal given. I don't know. Why were they looking at that? Why were they looking at that? Ollie's first goal of the season. Can Villa get some sort of momentum going now? Lovely touch from Gesson, but it goes out of play, unfortunately. 37th minute goal. Lovely goal. Start of an Ollie purple patch, hopefully. Yes, we hope. Yes, Jim. You kept the faith, my man. We've got a long way to go in this game now. Can we make sure we get the win? That should calm the crowd down a little bit now. Good win from Pau Torres. Bogart's got to be stronger there. But Conte's going to pick it up and play it back to Emi Martinez. Pick it back up from him now as well. Should now settle the nerves down a bit more from the players. Pau Torres now into Bogart's. Poor touch from Bogart there. And now Fulham are on the attack. They're targeting Bogart. Wilson now running through. Has the shot, but it's blocked by Conte. Picked up. Now it's back to Traore, back to Berger. And now Fulham are trying to keep the ball. Sessegnon out to Iwobi. Cash facing him up. He forces him to go back to Sessegnon. Ball out to Anderson, who plays it into Traore, but he's offside. So Villa survive that bit of danger. But we have to do something with Bogart because he just looks a bit lost in this game. Usually he has been good before, but let me change the score. How many change the score? What am I doing? Credit here. What am I doing? There we go. Rodgers gives away the foul there. I think that was a soft one. There's going to be a lot of injury time here. If anyone, yeah, then let me know who the Blue Noses are. I mean, look, as long as people are being respectful, As long as we're not being rude to people, it's fine in the chat. Don't mind a bit of banter. Yeah. Tell me about it, Gary. Tell me about it. Right now, Bogard picks it up and he plays a nice little ball back to Konsa. Just needs to settle himself down a bit. Long ball now from Torres out to Gessond. Brings it down, plays it into Cash. Cash now. Gesson's got some space. Run at him. Puts the cross. Why are you crossing it from there? You just got space to run at him. Elliott now. Poor touch. Bogard foul. Again, it's no one's thinking. Everyone's waiting for someone else to do something. Gusson had the space to run at his player. Why put the cross in and then it get blocked? It's so poor. Right, while there's a break in play, please do hit the like button. Nearly 100 in the chat. Apologies, there's been a couple of internet bugs that have troubled me. I will try and sort that out at half time. Do a bit of a reset on the old internet. But thank you for your support so far. And let's hope to have some more in the chat. 1-1 at the moment. Traore on the attack. Puts the cross in. And a header down from King and into Amy Martinez's hands, thankfully. We will chat on that, Mesa. We will chat on that, LG. It has certainly not been a great start from Evan Gesson so far. And he keeps getting the starts, and he's going to come off on 60 minutes and be underwhelming yet again. Lovely ball in to McGinn now. He's got the time and space. Has the shot, but it's blocked. The amount of shots that get blocked. Bogard picking it up, plays a nice ball to Rogers. Rogers now on to Dean. He's got space. Put a good ball in. Poor ball. It's such a poor ball. Why are you doing that? Bogard under pressure from King. Then Torres puts it out. Dean had so much space. Villa actually engineer a really good move down the left-hand side. Dean, time to get his head up and pick the right man, but plays a low ball in and it's easily cleared. Villa shutting down the options well, but Fulham managed to get it out wide to Sessegnon. Elliott putting pressure on and he forces him to play it straight to Cash. Now Elliott's picked up the ball, plays a nice little ball inside to McGinn. McGinn's got space to run onto, but plays a long ball into Rogers, who's clear. Oh, he can't bring it down. Oh, that was a great ball from McGinn and a great chance for Rogers. It's a difficult one to bring down. I think he maybe could have hit the shot first time. A great chance. Now Traore's running through. Can Torres hold him up? Does well. Don't foul him. Don't foul him. Manages to turn and there's no foul. Torres does really well. Plays a nice ball now perfectly into the... Now Watkins is through, but Rogers puts too much on the pass and I think he probably was offside. It's a bit more attacking threat from Villa now. Rogers is starting to pick the ball up in areas where you want him to. He's got to improve his quality. Bogard gets done one and a 1-2 there. King picks up the ball. Konsa putting him under pressure, and King does so well to keep the ball under control there. Bogard now fouls. Oh no, he tells him to get up. Rogers on the ball, gives it away. Lazy pass. But Torres manages to pick it up. This real what the added time is, and I'll get that sorted on the score. 8 minutes. 8 minutes of injury time. 8 minutes. Wow. Guess I'm now back to Matty Cash, who plays it to Konsa. Can Villa get another goal before half time? Konsa now to Torres. To be honest, I don't want a player to get injured or anything like that, but the Mings coming off for Torres has probably been a best blessing in disguise, because some of the passes that Torres can pick, and they haven't, the physical nature of the battle isn't right there at the minute. So, oh, Marco Silva getting booked there. Harry Wilson getting booked as well. Very physical side, Fulham. Have Villa had any players booked? Right, Luca Dean plays it back to Torres. Plays it out wide to Konsa, slightly in front of him now. Gesson lays it off to Cash. Back to Konsa again. We need a bit more movement here. Now Torres. Dini goes. Defender read him though, and the ball goes out of play. Ball's picked up by the goalkeeper. So 2 minutes of added time have been played. Leno with the balls, looking for a player to play to, but Villa putting the pressure on quite well. Elliott now pressuring Bassi, who goes down the line, finds King quite easily, plays it inside to Iwobi. Now Fulham looking to get through, and Lukic is through, but Bogard looks like he's holding him up. Cuts inside, plays it across to Wilson, who tries an outside of the foot shot, and it's well wide. But dangerous. Still allowing players to run through the middle. Still reacting rather than being proactive. Torres now plays it up the line, headed out of play by Castagna for a Villa throw-in. Luca Dean now trying to get an attack started up the line. Anything we want to talk about? Hey, Ange, I am on 48:07. So there's 8 minutes of injury time to go. Rodgers ball in the box. Gesson was just kind of watching the ball. Back to Rodgers now. Tries to beat Castagna. Tries a little flick, out in flick, and he's not playing well enough to do that skill at the minute. But fair play for him trying it. Lots of people talk about substitutions at half time, and there's a certain name that is loud. Watkins now tries to play it a 1-2 with Elliott, but couldn't quite read it. McGinn now challenging the goalkeeper. Cash now wins the header onto Gesson. Can he hold it up against two? No, he can't. And McGinn takes a booking. Yeah, Mings got injured. Mings got injured, and McGinn's just been booked now. Torres has come on for Mings. There's been no other substitution. That leads me to think that Emery, I don't think will make any more substitutions at half time. Sessegnon now tries to take it in his stride and does. Puts the cross in, and Torres does well to put it out for a corner. Talking to Martinez as if he didn't get a call or a shout, but I think that was the right thing to do. I don't think Martinez could have got anywhere near that. Yeah, I think there's a couple of names that people are saying should be off at half time, but I just don't know. Maybe Lamar Bogard will be taken off at half time for Kamara if maybe Kamara's only got a half in him. But it just seems strange why he's done that. Why wouldn't you start the game with a player, and then if he has to go off injured, take him off? Why would you risk having to make another substitution? It just seems strange to me. Because if Kamara comes on at half time and then gets injured, then you've wasted a substitution. You should have just started him. We will talk at half time, but I am gonna jump off for 5 minutes or so just to try and sort out my internet connection because it's a little bit unstable for some reason. Corner comes in from Fulham, dangerous, picked up on the edge of the box. Played back to Session, who tries to do a longer pass into Wilson, but it's straight at Martinez. Martinez now tries to start an attack with a long kick, looking for Morgan Rogers, but Session had dropped off. Watkins now trying to pick it up, but his control is poor. And Fulham pick the possession and go back to the goalkeeper. Villa were trying to fast break, but just again, quality not quite there, bodies not quite there. Fulham got a lot of bodies back. Iwobi now into Berg, but a good tackle from Bogard. Now it's Rogers, but Berg trying to get it to him. Rogers again, too slow with the pass. Gesson doing well there and wins a free kick. Just something about Rogers where when he decides to pass it, he should be beating the man. When he decides to beat the man, he should be passing it. It's just taking that split second too long. He had the defender faced up. Take it round him. But we've got a free kick. In a good, decent position. It's too far out for a shot, I would say. But 52 minutes on the clock, so just under a minute left. And can we get in at 2-1 up? Can we get a goal? Could it be our second shot on target, which leads to a goal? Luca Dean is lining this one up. If you are ahead of me, please, I'm not anticipating a rifle into the top corner from Luca Dean, but you never know. So please don't put anything spoiler in the chat. But Luca Dean is on this. It doesn't look like anyone else is around it to take it. Doesn't seem like there's any sort of plan. Dean with the shot, and it's comfortable save for Bernd Leno, but on target, I would say. But just not enough power. And that's half time. Aston Villa 1, Fulham 1. Not the greatest of halves, should I say, from Aston Villa. Got off to the worst of starts with a goal from Raul Jimenez from a corner in the 5th minute. And then Villa all over the shop, really, in terms of play and possession and just trying to get something going. But a goal mid 35 minutes into the half from Ollie Watkins from a long ball from Luca Dean. Caught Fulham on the back foot and a good instinctive finish over the goalkeeper from Ollie Watkins, got him back into it. And then, to be honest, haven't really capitalised on it. There's still been some poor quality in terms of attack and poor quality in terms of just the decision making. However, we are still in the game. We're 1-1 and we can get this victory. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Let's drop onto the second half. And we will have a bit of a chat about what is going on at half time. Let me just unshare my screen. Yeah. Buendia will score in the next life. Yeah. Steve, well done, Richard. You was asked not to put score up. Oh, that's fine. Why is keeping to shoot those? Yeah, exactly. It's too far out for that. From top six, top to bottom 3 in one summer is crazy. It is, mate. It is. But I'm sure we'll get out of it. Let's just get the winner today. Let's just get the goal today. Come on. Jim, think we'll still if we finish top 8 and win the Europa League, I will definitely take that, mate. I will definitely take that. Luca couldn't finish his Buendia. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, he just, I don't know. He kind of was a finish where he wanted to. It was more concentrating on getting it on target than trying to score. That seemed to be the issue. Those early balls over the top and mixing it up from Joe, and we need to do it more. We need to get some more runners. We need to get some more runners from midfield to be able to do that. Definitely. Let me just go into some of the star comments. So, Robert said, "Is Unai Emery in danger if we lose this game?" Now, I think he might be another club's fan, but if we were to lose this game, what do you think the noises would be around Emery? I don't think he would be in trouble, but I think that the tension would be palpable in terms of getting a result. That would be my thought on it. I think there'd be more noise, and in terms of kind of excuses, if you like, or reasons for why we're losing these games, whether it be PSR, SCR, FFP, players having to leave, players injured, players getting used to the tactics, that would become less and less relevant because we need to get wins, and we need to get wins quickly. So people aren't interested in the excuses. So that's where Emery, I think, would come under increased pressure. Gesson. Let's talk about Evan Gesson, because he's a difficult one, because we want to give players time. We want to give players we want to give players the opportunity to be able to get used to the surroundings, to get used to the tactics that Unai Emery has got. But he's been put into the team numerous times. He's started numerous games, and usually when we've seen other players come into the side, they've been told to be on the bench. They've been told to bide their time. We talk about Yuri Tillemans, who couldn't get in the team for a long time, and then to see him coming into the team regularly, but putting in performances that just look a mess. 1 minute he looks like he can run at players. The next minute he looks like he can't control the ball. The next minute he's losing the ball easily. That's the frustrating thing. And you think, well, how come you're not resting Gesson, and you're playing him, but then you're resting or not playing Harvey Elliott, or you're not playing Jadon Sancho, where the quality seems to be better with him. However, there is times where he shows something, where he does put a good tackle in, where he does run past a good player, where when he does get a bit the confusing thing with someone like Evan Gesson, you want to see him do something, and it's just difficult to see it at the moment. And he does look like he would be a player who will be subbed after 10 minutes of the second half, unless he really pulls something out of the bag. And that's the trouble at the moment. He's not impacting anything to be able to show what he's capable of doing. Lots of people saying he should be a number 9. Joe said he's built like a 9, and in France he was best as a 9. And that's the thing. Should he be playing as a number 9? Ollie Watkins obviously got his goal, which is great for him. Hopefully he can start on a bit of a run now, but not many touches at all in that game. We want to see him getting involved in the game more. Ranger there says Morgan Rogers is having another stinker. 22 touches, 11 times possession lost in the first half. And that's, again, I just said before the half ended, at the moment the decision making is so bad that he's crossing the ball when he should be passing it. He's trying to beat a man when he should be playing a 1-2. He's trying to play a through ball when he should be keeping possession. And that's the problem with Morgan Rogers at the moment. It just looks like every decision he makes seems to be the wrong decision. Let's talk about Lamar Bogard, because he's been put in the team today for some reason. I don't know if there's been any word on Sky Sports or from Unai Emery about Boubacar Kamara, who was excellent against Bologna, but he's not in the starting lineup. Lamar Bogard is. But he has really struggled, because they're targeting him. They're obviously doubling up on him at times. He just needs to sharpen up, because there's times when he can release the ball quicker. There's times when he can win the ball and put us into a good position. But he's really been targeted today, and you can see that he's not got up to the pace of the game. So if there is a substitution to be made at halftime, I think that would be Lamar Bogard for Boubacar Kamara, because I don't know why you wouldn't start Kamara in this game, and then bring someone like Lamar Bogard on later on. It just doesn't make sense to me. LG, purely squad rotation. I mean, why would you risk that? It just seems strange. But I mean, he has rated him, and Bogard has played well in certain games. It's just moving forwards. I don't see him moving forwards for us in terms of carrying the ball, getting us distance. You know, Fulham's got a decent midfield. So if there is a substitute to be made at halftime, I think it would be him. Hemmings must be injured, because I've not seen him in any of the squads for the under-21s. I've not seen him in any squads of the under-18s. And obviously he hasn't been in the first team squad. I don't believe he's in the squad today, is he? This is the squad that we've got. No, Burrows is the young lad who's on the bench at the moment. So, I mean, Torres has come on so far. You've got Kamara, who could conceivably come on in midfield. Matson, who could come on at left back. Then you've got a choice of Sancho, Buendia, and Marlon, really. Those are your three. So one of those is going to miss out. If he decides to make all 5 substitutes. Elliott, been a little bit quiet, yes. Again, I think he's caught between a rock and a hard place, because he wants to play the ball quickly. He wants to play through quickly, but he's been told by his manager not to force it, not to look for quick through balls. And so now he's a bit hesitant as to moving the ball too quick, when that's exactly what we need to do. We need to move the ball quickly. This is what I don't understand. Villa need to move the ball quickly. Get Ben Brodger in the squad. Great goal from him the other day, and I do think that there will. I think very soon we'll see him. We'll see him in the squad. What about this penalty? People saying that Redknapp and Ferdinand thought it should have been a penalty. Obviously, VAR took a look at it. Michael says the VAR explained that Cash's arm position was perfectly natural for the defensive action being taken. That's what I thought. You know, he's sliding. He hasn't got his head. He's not facing the ball. He's not put his arm out in any position where he knows that the ball's going to hit. So I can't see that. Lord Ortega was never a penalty. Cash had his back to the ball, which was fired at him from point blank. Is it the other one though? Is it what the lad got booked for? Yes. Does he think that should have been a penalty? Maybe. I mean, I thought he initiated the contact. I don't think Emi Martinez had anything to do with that contact, to be honest. Sorry, just the camera there's looking a bit. Yeah, I don't think but people saying it should have been a penalty. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know if I didn't look that Martinez took him out. I thought Martinez was just sliding in, and the lad put his leg into the way of Martinez as he was going through. But interesting. No wonder Marco Silva was so angry. That's the type of thing where Villa will come out second half and win 2 or 3-1, and he'll be bemoaning the fact that we've given away a penalty. They've not had a penalty, sorry. Jim Martinez caught him with his leg, but the lad was already diving. Fulham fans just salty. Lord, clear dive in front of Martinez. He was on his way down already. Joe says Sancho and Matson work really well together. Hopefully we see them on 60 if things remain the same. Yep. Can we score 2 actual goals though? Well, we've got to. We've got to win this game. We have got to win this game. There is no doubt about it. We have to win this game. Yeah, King was amazing on their team. What's everyone's thoughts on Dibbling? What's that? What everyone thought Dibbling was last year. Yeah. And look, like I said, Villa must have someone in their ranks. You know, a young, exciting player who can get bums off seats, that can play with a bit of freedom, because Fulham have had the Fulham have had the confidence to bring Josh. Is it Josh King? They've had the freedom to bring him in and the foresight to bring him in. I can't see that with Villa. And look, I understand you know if you're good enough, you're old enough, and all that sort of stuff. But how will some of the young players be shown that they're good enough? Like, Jamal Jimo Aloba be any worse than Evan Gesson at the moment in that position? You've got to say no. Would Ben Brogio be any worse in those positions? You've got to say absolutely not. So why not give them the opportunity? Why not give them the chance? Yeah, that was Fletcher Boyd, wasn't it? Great goal from the halfway line. Yeah, Gimo got sent off yesterday. He did. He did, yeah. Yeah. Where's Garcia? He was on the bench on Thursday, not on the bench today. Obviously, you can only name us. Is it 7 on the bench, but 9 on the bench for 7 on the bench for Premier League, but 9 on the bench for Europa League. So maybe that's the reason. So there's a few players coming back. You know, when's Tielemans and Onana back? Is that meant to be this week? Is that meant to be this week? So that'll be interesting. If they're back in full training, can we get them back? Because that'll put a real competitive nature to the squad. We've got to, you know, after the next international break, we have got some tough matches. We need everyone available as best as we can because I worry about these games coming up. Yeah, is Emery not brave enough to play the younger players, Nick? Well, he wants players who are ready made, and that's the point. That is he has already said that multiple times. Multiple times he said that he wants ready made players. So, you know, he wanted Lucas Paqueta, and that tells you everything. He wants players for the now. Yeah, Asensio, Rashford were his choices. So it's going to be interesting to see what this Olabi can do with regards to the director of football position, because Emery basically tells him the players that he wants, but this guy is meant to be really good at bringing young players through and really good at bringing young talent through. So is that something that is going to conflict with the two? That could be an interesting one. Right, Emi Buendia looks like he is coming on. So, interesting. Who is he coming on for? That is the question. Again, I'm just seeing Emery walking down the touchline. So if you want to sync up with me, I'll tell you when the game has kicked off for me. Gesson is still on. Is he coming on for Elliot? Yeah. Elliot's gone off. Wow. Emi Buendia for Harvey Elliott. That's going to be an interesting one. So Bogart's still on. Carry, Emi Buendia, head at you, watch. Right, let me get sorted on this. So there we are. We are off. Let's get the screen up. There we go. Are we in? Yes, we are in. Hopefully our internet is gonna keep us strong. Lots of people not too happy about the Buendia substitution for Elliot. I don't know if it's necessarily Buendia coming on, but it's just taking Elliot off. It just seems strange for his confidence as well. Not good. Long ball from Fulham. Traore on, but Martinez had a good starting position and gets a really good clearance on it. Pau Torres now brings it down, but Traore's brought it down and he's obviously offside. Why would you do that? Villa now trying to get on the attack. Buendia picks it up, plays it out wide to Gesson. Gesson with a nice little drop of the shoulder, trying to get past Sessegnon. Holds the ball up, plays it into Buendia, who loses it. I don't think he was expecting that pass, to be fair to him. Watkins does well. Rogers now to Buendia. Poor first touch from Buendia, and he loses out. So, when we get in these areas, And Traore tries to is out of play. We get in these attacking areas, it's so many good positions, but the first touch or the next touch after is so poor. Konsa plays it back to Martinez. Martinez pointing where he wants everyone. Look, it's funny because Bogart's got like 3 players around him. They're just obviously targeting him. McGinn now plays it out to Torres. Torres looking out wide to Luca Dean. Dean plays it into Rodgers. Plays it back to Bogart. Bogart into Konsa. Konsa out wide to Matty Cash. Cash inside to Buendia, who plays a nice little 1-2 with Gesson, but the ball goes out of play from Gesson. Trying to move it a little bit quicker. Yeah, team's definitely stepping up onto us. Right, Rodgers gets the ball on the half turn. Now he's running. Berg trying to tackle him. Tries to play it into Watkins, but just the wrong side of the defender. Seems to have lost a little yard of pace, Rodgers, as well. Can't quite get away from the defenders like he could last year. But slightly more encouraging in terms of how he's picking the ball up. Villa now trying to press. King goes all the way back to Leno. Watkins now pressing him. Buendia trying to press Bassi. Bassi with the long ball and it goes out of play. That's better pressing from Aston Villa, but I think it's a Fulham throw-in. Iwobi's gone a long way to receive that ball. Pass it to Bassi and then work their way out of it well, though. Ball now into Traore. Bogart trying to press him. Does well, but doesn't foul now. McGinn can run for after a pass from Buendia. Takes a shot. Oh, what a goal! Get in! What a goal from John McGinn! What a finish! Brilliant finish from John McGinn there. Showing the attacking intent and just take the shot. Take the responsibility. That's exactly what all the Aston Villa players should be doing. Take the example from your captain, John McGinn. What a finish. 2 goals in 2 games from the captain. Super John McGinn. Come on. Brilliant, brilliant finish. What a goal that is. That's a better finish than the other night as well. Brilliant finish. Good pressure from Villa. Traore picks it up. Lamar Bogo doesn't give up on it. Keeps pressing. Buendia then picks the ball up. Plays a square pass to John McGinn, who just takes it 2-3 touches and just blasts it low and hard into the bottom corner away from Leno's reach. Doesn't think about it. Just hits the shot in off the post. Beautiful, beautiful finish. And let's get that scoreboard changed. I'm getting all confused with my screens. 2-1 to Aston Villa. There we go. What was the goal? 50th minute? Just what we needed. You can see the feeling from again. Now Bogart's picked it up. Plays a nice little pass into Morgan Rodgers, plays it out wide to Luca Dean. Luca Dean's got space to run into. Can he play Watkins down the channel? He does. Watkins now cuts it back to Buendia. Yeah! Another goal! Eddie Buendia with the finish. Set up by Ollie Watkins. Aston Villa now. Are the floodgates opening? Get in. Is it going to be given offside? I don't think so. Again, Bogart picking it up. Plays it into Morgan Rodgers. Rodgers out to Luca Dean. Luca Dean waits for Ollie Watkins to make the run down the channel. Plays him in. Watkins cuts the ball back. It bounces in the box. Back out to Buendia, who makes no mistake and finishes. Oh, he's miles onside. And then Watkins lays it back. into Buendia's path. One touch to control it and then just smash it in the net. And it's 3-1. Oh, was that a handball from Morgan Rogers, though? Was that a handball from Morgan Rogers? Please let me know in the chat. It come off the bottom of his hand. I'm trying to decide, is that a handball or not? Yes, the rant isn't needed, Gary. I don't mind a spoiler on this because I want to know if the goal's been given. Yeah, goal given. And as I put Marco Silva sitting on the side, not happy at all. Not happy at all. 3-1 Villa. And now, goal timed in the at 50 minutes and 44 seconds. Get in. Right, guys, smash that like button, please. 3-1 to Aston Villa now. Now let's see that confidence come through from the players. Please hit that like button. Oh, Watkins is in. He's got brought down. No penalty. Surely he was just about to shoot. Rogers now back to Bogard. Rogers tries to play it back, but too casual yet again. Traore, though, loses out to Rogers. Rogers does well to win it back. Torres now back to Martinez, who's under pressure. Oh, no. Oh, what a save from Konsa on the line. He's injured his knee. That is terrible from Emi Martinez, though. He's just forced Konsa to get injured. So casual there. Brilliant on the line from Ezri Konsa. Man, too casual. It started again with Morgan Rogers. Too casual to try and lay it back. Won it back off Traore, but then we messed about with it at the back. We're just seeing the replay for this penalty incident. Just about to shoot. Nah, he slipped. Watkins slipped. Kicks the ground, yeah. Ange, 4-1 was your prediction. Oh, 3-1 was your prediction. Yeah, same, yeah. Clearance. Oof, off the line from Rogers there. We've got to watch out for this. If they get a goal, then right back in this. Anderson now plays it out to Wilson. Wilson now plays it out to Castagna. Luca Dean facing him up. Anderson now into the box. Great header from Torres. Picked up on the edge of the box by McGinn. Now he's away. Bassi. There's got to be a booking. Straight yellow card for Bassi. That's McGinn at his best. There's definitely more goals. More goals here. Oh, interesting one, Jim. I prefer Bizot to Martinez after what he did. Sorry, can't wait until he's gone in Jan. He lets in too many silly goals. He does. Ball back to Pau Torres now. Can we just take... It's been an absolutely rollercoaster start to this half. Maybe Emery will want to put a bit of control into this. Cash wins the throw-in. So, maybe Unai knows what he's doing, taking Elliott up at half-time. And bringing Emi Buendia on. Set one assist, although it was just a pass to John McGinn. John McGinn did all the work. And then a goal. So, look, that's what he's paid to do. Make the big calls. Nice little pass inside from Cash to McGinn there. McGinn now with the long ball. Over to Evan Gesson. Can he keep it in? No, he can't. Just curls out of play. McGinn has been brilliant this half. Absolutely brilliant. Leading by example. I will. Rich, if we can't. No spoilers, please. I might put you in a timeout. And no sarcastic. Come on, we know what the score is. Ball into Watkins now. Oh, almost played Morgan Rogers in. That was good thinking. That was quick thinking. That's what we like to see. Buendia now putting the pressure on, but Fulham player does well. Now it's Iwobi trying to go forwards. Goes over the halfway line. Gesson does well. Just almost gets nutmeg, but does well to recover the ball. Cash now. And wins the free kick. Had to be a free kick in there somewhere. Jonathan, I don't think anyone hates Buendia, mate. No one hates him. Okay? Just, he's playing pretty well. I've never really rated him. But I have to give him credit where credit's due. He's come on and done excellently in this half. So, we can all have our opinions, but nobody hates anyone. Just because you say something negative about a player doesn't mean that you hate them. Ball out to Cash. To Buendia. Onto Gesson. But drops back to Buendia, who plays it back to Cash. Nice turn from Bogard there. Lovely. And then plays it into Morgan Rogers, who sells Digne a little bit short there. Digne's down. I'm sure he'll be fine. Usually is. Rogers getting back. Castagna, can he keep it in? I don't think so, and it's a goal kick. Yeah, use Buendia in intelligent. Oh, that was a bad challenge. Is VAR looking at this? It's a bad challenge. Luca Dean, I take it back, mate. That was a bad challenge. Yeah. Put him under pressure with that pass. I mean, it was the right thing to try and do. He just needed to put cheers, boy. Sorry, just lost a bit of internet there. Cheers, mate. Much appreciated. Hit the like button, guys, if you can. Is it a goal kick? VAR looking at this. Just getting into the 60th minute. Aston Villa 3, Fulham 1. Bit of a hold up in play. Luca Dean looks all right. I'm sure Matson will be coming on soon, though. Pau Torres now. Lovely ball into Rogers. Rogers holds it up well. Luke, got to be fouled there, but the play goes on. Buendia now plays it out to Cash. Cash now takes it in his stride, manages to bundle his way through, but can't quite keep hold of the ball. Wilson now picks it up. Can Villa put Bassi under pressure? Fulham now trying to work it out and do quite well, settle it down. There is going to be gaps that will open up. Cheers, Ange. Much appreciated. Yeah, well, look, like I said, 2 games in a row, I haven't had much competition with Robbie Savage and Chris Sutton. So, you know, let's keep that coming. If Andy Hinchcliffe is on the next game, then everyone will be watching me as well. Ball down the line and to no one. So Cash picks it up. You can just see now the confidence and that sort of the weight has been lifted off the player's shoulders that much more. And you can see it, right? It's tangible. Long ball now from Emi Martinez. Watkins is on the chase. Nice touch. Holds it up, just takes him a bit wide. Holds it up though really well. Looks for Rogers. Finds Rogers. Rogers holds it onto it. Plays a nice ball to Buendia. Watkins just couldn't quite take the right touch to put him into for the shot. Gets crowded out, but King's on the ball now. We haven't really seen too much of him this second half. Iwobi now trying to look for a forward pass. Lukic down the line to Castagna's in space. Puts the cross into the back post. Well headed away by Cash. And Gesson picks it up. But Gesson in a lovely position. Holds it up. And Cash gets it clear. That's good. Good play down the right-hand side. Good positioning from Cash. And then really good cover play from Gesson. How many times last season did we see Cash head it clear and Bailey was nowhere to be seen? That's what we needed from Gesson there. That was excellent. But Fulham now coming under pressure. Putting us under pressure. Ball in from Castagna to Wilson. Plays the 1-2. Cross comes in again. Cash heads it away again. And Gesson, can he pick it up? Yeah, he does. Holds off. He's holding off 2. And Cash manages to clear again. There are going to be gaps that will open up because they're pushing their fullbacks right up. Watkins doing really well to hold that up there. Brilliant play from Ollie Watkins. Now Villa can mount an attack. Oh, McGinn there. Could have played the longer pass. Villa keep it live. Bogard and McGinn keeping it alive. Ball goes out to Luka Dean's got loads of space to run into now. Just slows it down. Bogard now. Villa just trying to keep hold of the ball a little bit. Take the sting out of the game. Cash now. Back to Konsa. Looks like there's going to be a couple of subs for probably Smith Rowe. Buendia there just selling Rogers short there. Rogers trying to turn. Now King's on the run. Traore is trying to run through, but King just held onto it for too long. And McGinn again wins the ball back brilliantly. Now Villa on the attack. Emi Buendia after a pass from Lamar Bogard. Faces up. Sanderberg plays the 1-2. Buendia looks really alive on the ball here. Rogers out wide to Gesson. Gesson's got the space now to beat his man. Can you go and do it? Yes, he does. Goes inside. Oh, can't quite. Rogers, can you get a shot on? Tries to go out wide to Luka Dean. Manages to find him. Fulham now with bodies back. Oh, lovely movement from Watkins. Great play. Oh, Anderson just manages to clear it. Ball's up in the air. McGinn does well against King. Torres now wins the header. Bogard now goes out wide. Goes to Buendia. Buendia with a shot. Oh, just goes wide. Probably should have played Evan Guess on him, but you know, you can't blame him for taking the shot. George, yeah, we could have been, but look, you have to take each when they come. We've been much better this second half. Much better. It's not excruciating anymore. No, it's not. It's like I said, the players have got that weight off their shoulders. So double substitution for Fulham. Kevin and Smith Rowe on for Iwobi and King. So let's see how we react to this. Smith Rowe in a bit of space straight away. It's going to be interesting to see what formation Fulham play. (3-1) to Villa. Buendia is trying to press. Will we make a couple of substitutions? Can you see Sancho maybe coming on? Marlon maybe coming on. Oh, Cash. Is that a free kick? Thought he won the ball. No, it's free kick to Fulham. Yes, Mark, confidence is coming back. There's still a nervousness. Yeah, there is. There's just those little areas where we need to maybe shoot a little bit. Look, the goals that we've scored today. Look at McGinn's goal. Just gets his head down, runs and takes the shot. Look at Watkins' goal. Long ball over the top, instinctive finish. It's only really the third goal that's come from a set move. We've got to start being more bold, being more brave to take the shot. Because that's what's going to put these teams under pressure. Last 5 results against Fulham at home. 3-1, 1-0, 3-1, 1-0, 3-1 today. Interesting. Boubacar Kamara is going to come on. So, is that going to help us just keep that control? Martinez goes long. Watkins holding it up. Challenges the defender well. Buendia picks it up on the halfway line. Bogard out to Luka Dean. Villa just keeping the ball. Pau Torres now. He's been excellent as well, hasn't he, since he's come on, Pau Torres. Cash now out on the right-hand side. Just turns. looking to get a yard of space, but goes back to Concert, who plays across to Martinez. Martinez and Bogart playing really nicely out to Torres there. Now inside to Rodgers, who's got time and space to run. Plays a lovely ball out to Cash. That's what we like to see. Look at the space you've got there. Right, we're just deciding again just to keep the ball. We don't need to do any real unnecessary moves. Nice turn from Bogart there. Should have carried it on. Why did you play the pass? Why play the pass to Buendia there when you had the time and space to run? Have the confidence yourself, Lamar. Just give it away again. It's when a move doesn't go quite to our plan. The next thing that we do, we end up giving the ball away cheaply. And now Fulham have got the ball. Berg with it. But again, there's not too much forward movement from Fulham at the minute. Ball to Castagna. Drops it back to Wilson. Wilson plays a nice 1-2. Cross comes in and Emi Martinez comfortably into his hands. Yes, James, enjoying your day off. Good man, up the Villa. Nearly 100 of us in, or just over 100 of us in. Don't forget, smash the like button. Hit the subscribe button if you're new to the channel. Thank you for everyone who's supported these watch-alongs the last couple. We've had some good results so far. Buendia now on the charge. Plays it out to Morgan Rodgers, who's got time and space to run. Plays it to Buendia, plays the 1-2. Oh, again. Why aren't we taking the shot? Take the shot. Is just Kamara coming on, or is anyone else coming on? Long ball from Fulham, but that's to no one. And we're getting into last quarter of the game. Torres now across to Martinez. Oh, we're back. Sorry about that. For some reason, my internet is just a bit on and off today. It was absolutely fine earlier. Just got a question in there. Am I doing a watch along for Feyenoord? Yes, I will be, LG. I will be, mate. Definitely. That's going to be a tough game, that one. And I would be thinking maybe if we get a point in that one, be happy with that. But, you know, there's a bit of positivity around now, a bit more positivity around, which is good. Bassi now trying to start an attack, but ends up getting held up. And this time, Villa can bring it clear with Gesson. Brooking trying his best to hold the line. Gesson trying his best to break through. And I thought that was a free kick. Sorry, mate. I don't know what's going on with my internet today. It was absolutely fine on Thursday. I did a show this morning with Jacob Tanswell as well. If you get a chance to watch that, that was really interesting. And it was fine for that. Just this afternoon, it's decided to play up for me. So, yeah, I don't know what's going on with it, mate. McGinn is coming off. He's had a great second half. And he's kept us driving forward, so deserves his rest. Bogard has actually come into it this second half much better as well. So, yeah, good opportunity for Kamara and Bogard to play together and give him an opportunity for a full match. This time now, is it Kevin who's trying to run through? Consa trying to get back to him, but Kevin's put it out of play. That's so poor. Poor from a Fulham perspective. Yes, Terry, it's about time we got some goals. There is only one Terry Turner up the Villa. Great to have you in the chat. Ollie needs to watch his line. Yes, Michelle, but I think at that point Fulham are really trying to push on. And I don't know whether he was anticipating a pass a little bit earlier. And, oh, Bogard gets the free kick. Just have to watch here. Don't want to be putting ourselves under unnecessary pressure. Lovely ball from Torres. Straight into Rodgers' feet. Sees a pass so early. Buendia now plays it down the channel to Gesson, who gets the wrong side of Sessegnon. Holds it up. Cuts inside. Plays to Kamara. Kamara back out to Gesson, tries to get his foot round it, puts a good ball in, but no one was running to the near post. But decent attack. It's interesting because we said that Harvey Elliott was looking quite sharp, but clearly Buendia has had a massive impact on this second half. But what is it that Buendia's done differently than what Harvey Elliott did in this second half? Has he just moved the ball quicker? Has he got into better positions? Like, what is it? Because we were saying that Elliott was looking to do something. Oh, good attacking play from Fulham there, down the left-hand side. Kamara doing a brilliant job of just covering because the ball looked like it was going to Emil Smith-Rowe to put it in the net, but Kamara got a vital deflection into it. Long ball out. Watkins holding it up. Doesn't get the free kick though. I would be maybe looking to make the change for Watkins for Marlon in a minute. If it doesn't, he's maybe starting to just run out of legs. Fulham now trying to play it down the line to Traore. He holds it up, puts the ball in, but it's straight into Martinez's hands. Martinez now just rolls it out to Ezri Konsa. We're definitely looking to draw Fulham in to play the passes into those little channels. But yeah, it's interesting. I'm trying to see what he's done. Rich, yeah, Buendia's stretched their defence a little more, but getting 2 quick goals has helped him as it's meant. Yeah, I agree with that. It's left big spaces in the. You look at the pass there from Torres before, and the space that Morgan Rodgers had was crazy. So yeah, you have to take into account the time of the game. But it's just interesting because he's got us. Maybe it's just he's made a couple of quicker decisions. Ooh. Oh, what did Batsy do there? Did Buendia just run into his went into his arm? It just clotheslined him. Fulham now trying to attack, but Smith-Rowe, poor ball. Poor ball. Are we okay now? I still think there's a lot to do. Oh, Buendia needs to get back on the weights, I think. Nice ball from Martinez to Rodgers. Nice bit of play from Morgan Rodgers there. Plays a lovely ball out to Ollie Watkins now. Watkins down that left-hand side. Dina trying to get up to with him. Watkins cuts inside, plays it into Rodgers, who goes over. Bogard does really well there. Kamara out to Luca Dean. Puts the cross in, but it's into the keeper's arms. Again, we had a great attacking opportunity there, but no one's willing to take the shot. Watkins is the striker. Why aren't you shooting? Lukic now trying to attack. Ball out to Wilson. Now down to Traore, who's down that right-hand side. Torres going with me, skips past Torres. Now he's looking to get it into the box. Oh, well played by Konsa there. Looked like the player was going to pull the trigger, but he just bounced off him. Play on, says the ref. Fulham putting us under a lot of pressure here. Looking for this goal to get them back into the game. Kevin now trying to get past Cash, doesn't manage to do it. Bassi now looking for a pass plays. It's short to Berg. Sanderberg on the ball. Plays it out to Bassi. All the Villa players are now back in the Villa's defensive third. And Buendia does well to close down Kevin, and the ball goes out for a throw-in. 70 into the 78th minute now. Yeah, it does feel like that, Davey. We're 3-1 up, but it feels like we need another goal. It definitely does. It definitely does. Kamara trying to press. He does really well. Buendia feeds Kamara. Kamara now with a nice little flick, but not quite into the direction of Gesson, and Fulham pick the ball back up. I would be looking to make a couple of changes if I was Unai here. Wilson now didn't spot Smith Rowe making the run. Berg now plays to Bassi, who's overlapping. Bassi out wide. And down the line to Session from Kevin. Fulham looking like probing, but they're not actually getting anywhere really. But the cross comes in now. Deep cross. Digne does well to head it out for a corner to Fulham. Come on. I'm in the 79th minute now, mate. You might be in the 80th. Right, now we know what happened on the first corner of the game. Cross comes in from Wilson, but Martinez does very well there. Claims it and is going to pretend that he's injured. And there's been nothing wrong with him, but it takes the sting out of the game. Yeah, he's saying he's got a knee in the back, but he didn't really. So just over 10 minutes to go. We aren't sitting back, which is good. Yes, Gary, that's what we've wanted us to keep attacking. Another 2 substitutions from Fulham here. Robinson coming on for Sessegnon, and then is it Chukwueze coming on for Wilson? So final throw of the dice from Fulham. Yeah. Are Villa going to make any changes? I would definitely be looking at Marlon. It is Marlon. Daniel Marlon's coming on. Anyone else to come? I don't think we've got any more. Did we do we did a substitution at half time, didn't we? Yes. And then come on. So if he doesn't make a double substitution now, then Sancho's not coming on. He can't do any more. Watkins there with the winner. Just need to push up another 10, 15 yards. Chukwueze now has got space to run into. Buendia doing very well there. Holding him up. It looks like someone else is coming on. Is that Sancho coming on as well? Ball out wide. Gesson does really well there against Robinson. Really good. Because we know what Robinson's like. He's very attacking. Looks like he's lining up for a long throw. Long throw in from Robinson. Ball's bouncing. Chukwueze and goes wide. His shot goes wide. Couldn't get his foot round it. And it's a goal kick to Aston Villa. The substitutions will probably be made now. Bogard coming off. He's had a much better second half. Oh, it's Lindelof. Wow. Lindelof into midfield. And I'm sure it'll be Watkins. Would it be Watkins or would it be Gesson to come off? Gesson's coming off. He's had a much better game. Much better game. And some of the defensive work that he's done has been excellent this second half. So you can say that's a better performance, a better performance. If you just get a bit more confident in those attacking positions, be perfect. Long ball from Martinez. Watkins now running into the channels, holds the ball up, does very well. Has to be a freak, but keeps the ball moving. Rodgers now is at full speed. Looks for Matty Cash out wide. Plays the ball down the line to Buendia, but that's too much on the pass. Buendia will get booked there. Again, I don't know why. Rodgers looked wide there. He's had the opportunity to go to the heart of the defence. Villa trying to press. Ball goes back to the goalkeeper. I wonder how much stoppage time there'll be. Marlon now trying to put pressure on. Fulham just playing the ball inside Villa's half. Berg nearly steps on the ball but manages to get it out to Anderson. Anderson now with the long ball down the channel. Looking for Traore, but he manages to hold it up off Pau Torres. Shout for handball, but he tries to play Kevin, but too much on it. Kevin manages to keep it in. Plays it back to Robinson. Robinson now plays into Smith Rowe. Plays it out to Kevin. They're not putting the ball in the box. Smith Rowe now. Back to Berg. Villa with everyone back. Plays the ball down the line. Kevin now puts the ball in the box, but Cash heads it away. Smith Rowe now tries to keep the ball alive, but goes back to Bassey towards the halfway line. Ball out to Smith Rowe. Into Berg. Villa just sitting off a little bit, but they're letting Fulham have the ball away from Villa's goal. Then they're pressing when they get right to the edge of the box. Berg now being pressed by Buendia. Bassey out wide to Robinson. Marlon trying to face him up. Goes back again to Bassey. Bassey to Berg. Won really well from Buendia. He tries to release Watkins, but didn't put enough pace on the pass. Chukwueze now trying to start an attack. Lindelof just holding him up. Chukwueze now, is he going to shoot? But Watkins gets a nice little foot in, but the ball breaks to Lukic, out to Castagna. Castagna with a cross, headed up in the air by Chukwueze. Marlon tries to get it clear, doesn't get anything on it. Chukwueze now. Cash just gets a foot on it and it goes out for a corner. Gesson, good shift. Ange, Gesson getting better after game. Yeah. Kevin worse than Fred. Andy says, best defence is attack going deeper is not helping. I know, mate. I just think we need a goal just to really put it to bed. Cleared back to Kevin. Ball across, but it's overhit and out for a goal kick. So, 85, getting onto 86 minutes. Start thinking about Marco Silva, I'm sure, will be fuming about the penalty decisions that didn't go his way in the first half when Fulham were on top. Because, yes, he might talk about Josh King's penalty, the decision to book him, And then he might point to the handball from Matty Cash as well. So interesting. And is Muniz injured for them? Because Jimenez went off obviously injured after scoring, which is unfortunate for them. But Villa with an absolutely rocket start to the second half took the game away from Fulham inside 5 minutes. And that's not something we've said in a long time about second half starts for Aston Villa. So a massive, massive second half for Aston Villa. Yeah, Munoz is injured. Oh, good. Cheers, Gary. And yeah, the penalties, massive game changer. Watkins putting pressure on Bassi. Nearly gives it away. Marlon now trying to press. Ball into Berg, but he has to go back. I think Fulham have probably had more possession this second half as well. Trying to beat the offside trap. Is that Robinson? Cuts it back, but it's Kamara there with the clearance. Really good clearance. Watkins trying to pick it up. Manages to win it after a poor first touch, but Cash picks it up, plays it back to Konsa. Konsa out to Cash. Nice little play to Lindelof. Lindelof up the line. Watkins inside to Rogers, but now to Buendia, and they've played that out really well. And now there's loads of space out wide for Luca Dean. Poor first touch, but manages to keep it in, and now he'll probably just recycle and just settle the game down. Kamara back to Torres. They did well to get out of that. Really well to get out of that. Kamara now out to Buendia, to Lindelof. Battling with it in midfield. You know, you got put under pressure from Buendia there. Villa just trying to see the game out. Hopefully get one more opportunity. Be nice to see Marlon get a run up the line or something. Now Marlon tries to go up the line, but Bassi read the pass. He goes back to the goalkeeper. Marlon put him under pressure, but he might as well just save his energy. Up the line from into the middle from Castagna. Good header from Torres. Picked up by Berg. Castagna now goes back. Lukic now out to Castagna. Don't really have anyone in the box. Ball across, but again, Fulham, no one in the box. It was a good, dangerous ball across. Kevin picks it up. Chukwueze now. Plays it to Emil Smith-Rowe. Smith-Rowe out to Robinson. Bassi now looking to put it in the box, but goes out wide to Kevin. Kevin's got a bit of space. Tries to play a 1-2 with Robinson, but Buendia does well to hold him up. Getting to the 90th minute. We're going to see how much injury time we get in a second. Cross comes in and headed away by Rogers. Chukwueze tries to bring the ball down, hits his shot, but it's over the bar, and we are into stoppage time. And we have 6 minutes. 6 minutes of stoppage time. He hasn't, mate. He hasn't improved. He hasn't improved. Still a bit of a headless chicken. John McGinn, man of the match, I think. Well deserved. Well deserved. Can we go back to saying man of the match instead of player of the match? I want a petition to bring back man of the match. Jonathan, I'll be honest, Fulham were looking like the better team in the first half, but we've turned it around. Josh King looks like a player. He does, but he's been quiet this second half. He has. Headed up in the air by Fulham. Kamara winning it. It's a bit of head tennis at the moment. Lindelof getting up, but Fulham trying to break forward. Ball out to Chukwueze. He's running at Luca Dean. He skips past him now. Kamara now on the cover. Oh, fouls him. And it's a foul on the edge of the box. We do not want to concede here. because that will put us under some real pressure. Yeah, it's a definite foul. So, yeah, we've said no silly free kicks, unfortunately. Didn't heed your advice, Gary. Just over 40,000 there today. Lukic and Chukwueze over the ball. Emi Martinez bouncing on his toes. Kamara trying to tell Kamara in concept. Ball comes in. It's really deep. Poor ball. What a terrible ball in. I mean, it's good for Villa. Cash tries to pounce on it and does really well. I thought that should have been a Villa throw-in. Robinson now. Fulham just not in too much of a hurry, if I'm being honest. And Villa win the throw-in. Not in a hurry at all. 3.5 minutes to go. Yeah, me too. Really hope this is the start of a good run. Absolutely. Absolutely. It's a big confidence boost, I think, getting the win now. I think it might sort of put some of these worries slightly more at ease. There's still a lot of things to work on, but that kind of second half, 10-minute spell where we were just really put the pressure on and scored those 2 goals was fantastic. And John McGinn was the leader of that. It was brilliant. Phenomenal after that really drove Villa on to score that 3rd goal. And yeah, ultimately then that's the game. The game won. Hasn't been too many opportunities since then. Fulham with another long, deep corner, which goes out of play. Straight in for Fulham. I mean, that substitute that they had to make for Raul Jimenez and bringing on Traore was a strange one because they just haven't really been able to hold the ball up front at all. And then they haven't really had anyone to play into up front. So it's been a strange one. They've tried to get in behind a couple of times, but Torres and Konsa have done really well against Traore's perceived threat in terms of his pace, which is that really all he's got. Really all he's got. Yeah, still some things to work on, but we absolutely cannot complain. A 1-0 win against Bologna and what's looking like a 3-1 victory against Fulham is a really good end to the week. Berg now trying to bring Fulham forward. Lovely. Tries to play a through ball, but Torres blocks it. Falls to Chukwueze. He tried to get on the ball. He tries to play a reverse pass through to Smith Rowe, but Torres does brilliantly. Plays it to Marlon, who does a nice sharp turn, but just loses out. But Kamara will pick it up and picks up the foul from Sander Berg. And I think we'll just have a minute left. Villa should be able to see this game out. I actually think Bogard was good in the second half, mate. I have to disagree with you there. I think he was really poor in the first half, and he looked like the game was passing him by. It looked like they targeted him, but I think fair play to him in the second half. He turned it around and he actually stood up to be counted. And sometimes these are experiences that some of these players have to take. Almost a really good ball from Martinez, direct long ball, but Bassi just gets his head onto it. Kevin now tries to play a longer pass out to Chukwueze. Digne putting pressure on, sees him back. It's got to be in the last sort of 10 seconds now. Don't foul him, nothing silly. Bassi now trying to drive forward with the ball. Plays it out to Robinson, but Cash does really well with wins the throw-in and slide tackle. And that's the game. Aston Villa 3, Fulham 1. Goals from Ollie Watkins, John McGinn and Emi Buendia after Raul Jimenez opened the scoring for Fulham. Christ, that sounds like 2021 all over again, doesn't it? The goal scorers. But a fantastic 3 points for Villa. Gets us back on track into the season. Takes us into Feyenoord on Thursday in good form. And then we have another home game against Burnley next week. Can we get that win and really, really see us into the international break in good fashion? Thank you for all your comments. Keep doing the watch-alongs, Rich. I'll be back on Thursday. Cheers, Jonathan. We will definitely be back on Thursday. Thank you for all your support. Hit that like button on your way out, please, if you haven't already. I'll be back shortly doing my instant reaction. So look out for that on the channel. And I'll also be back with Lions Raw potentially tomorrow, Monday night, and then Fans Forum on Tuesday, talking tactics and all that. So stay with the channel. Thank you for your support. Thank you all for watching. And as always, remember, we all follow the Villa.